Okay, hello everyone and welcome to our channel, Jewish Psychology. We want to understand today, how can I listen to my soul? What is the call of the soul? What it really wants from my life? Can I listen to my soul? What does it mean to listen to my soul? Usually we are acting a lot of times through what the society needs from us, through the path, the trajectory that interest shows us. They tell me, go in this way, this is the right way, this is the right job that you should select to yourself, that you should choose this career, the interest tells me a few things. You know what, not only the interest, also morality tells me, go in this path, do these things. Society tells me goes in this trajectory. Sometimes I'm choosing things and I'm going in these things. Sometimes I choose my spouse, my friend, my relationships. But the soul is screaming something else. It tells me I want to be in a better place, in another place, in other place. It's not the right place for me. And sometimes when we listen to this scream, to this call from the soul, we say, okay, but you do not choose the right way. You do not manifest yourself in the right way. So how can I know what my soul really wants, what it desires really? What is this call of the soul? Is it a positive call? Should I adopt this call? Should I reject this call? Let's penetrate into this question. You cannot listen to your soul. You won't find what it really wants when you listen to let's say, the positive behavior in your life, the good places that you act as you needed, the places that you know how to, you are being a good father, a good husband, you are going in the right way, you are learning, you're doing the right things. Why? Why in those places you won't really understand what is the scream of the soul, let's say it like that. Sometimes it's screaming, sometimes it's not. Why? Because in those places, those are very important places. I do not reject positive behavior, as you can understand, but in those places, they are going through regulation of the mind, let's say like that. What does it mean? You understand through the mind, how should I act? How should I behave? What should I do? What kind of things should I adopt to my life? And through this regulation and understanding of the right way, the mind is asking, what is the truth? How you should be acting in this place? And through this understanding of the mind, you navigate your emotions and you are doing what the mind is telling you. So there is some kind of regulation, as we said, of the mind, of the soul, of the emotions. So you cannot really listen to your own emotions. This is a right way to walk in. This is a good way to walk in, but you are being controlled by the mind. And there is something beyond the mind that you should listen to, and it will show you where you can take yourself, or where your soul wants you to take yourself. So how can I listen to my soul? Where does it speak? Where? How can I listen to it? And the answer is that you can listen to your soul in the places that you are falling down, in the harsh places in your life, in the places that you suffer from sometimes anxiety or depression, or sometimes you are losing up, or sometimes you are getting into, you have in another way of the manifestation of the emotions, you have lust and craving and evil inclination and bad inclination that derives you to walk not through what the mind tells you. The mind tells you, no, don't go through that. Don't do that. This craving, this, eating disorder, I must eat, or emotional eating, or all kinds of places that the emotions control me. The mind says, no, it's not the right place for you, and you are kicking it, and you're letting your emotions control you. And in those places, in those harsh places in our life that we are not controlling our emotions, you can listen to the soul. Why? Before why, maybe let's understand why it's really important to listen to the soul. It's important to listen to the soul first in order that I won't self-accuse myself. I won't eat myself when I'm falling down. I won't think that I'm damaged. This is a very important point, because when you think you are not good enough, you are not doing the right things, you are kicking the bucket whenever it's a real-time test, or whenever you're thinking like that, you won't understand really what your soul wants. Second, in order to rectify yourself, in order to heal yourself, you need to understand what is happening inside. Third, in order to, when I understand really what is happening inside, what are the battles, what my soul really wants, only then I will know what is the positive goal, let's say, of the soul. So when we understand that it's really important to listen to other soul, let's see why. And the harsh places, the bad places, the negative places, the places that the negative emotions manifest itself, there I can listen really to myself. So the reason is, let's understand the reason and then take few examples and then say why it's also we have to rectify in a way to derive the positive will of the soul and what the soul really wants, and then to derive it from the negative influence of the or to change, to twins, to transform the negative influence of the emotions to a positive one. Why? Because beyond every emotions there is a will, and this will is always a positive. It's a positive will. You want something. What do you really want? You want, when you have a will, it's that this will says that I want something to be better. Negative emotions tells you I want reality to be in a better place. I want more from reality. I want to increase the amount of light that I bring to the world. I want to live more. I want to derive more out of the reality, as we said. I want things to be better. I want to feel more reality. Emotions, what are they? Emotions are the engine of the soul. It's where you feel yourself and you connect yourself to the other, it's like push you to connections, to feel. Doesn't matter to another human being or to another thing or to your dog. I feel something and I want to be in a place that I'm feeling. So negative emotions, so let's call them strong emotions, calls you to feel something in this reality, to feel reality more. And so when I'm suffering or dealing with negative emotions, they are negative. Why do we call them negative? Because they do not do what they have to do. They do not do their role. Their role is to connect you, and negative emotions disconnect you. When I'm addicted to something, it's this to connect me from my role in life. When I'm suffering from anger or anxiety, I'm disconnected from my spouse, from my friends, from reality. So those emotions manifest themselves, illuminate in a strong light, the light that comes from the soul to the body. They have a call. They call me, I want more from this life. I want to increase the light, but the light illuminate in you in such a way that you don't have vessels to bring this call to life, to reality, to do with it something positive. Let's take a few examples and then we'll understand what a better understanding. We'll have a better understanding of this call and what we can do with that. First of all, let's talk about sexual derived, that it really takes you to all kind of places. What is the source? What is the positive goal of sexual attraction? The positive goal is that I want to find pleasure. Why people really look for sexual interaction doesn't matter if they want to see it or to interact with it or to be involved with that. They want pleasure. What does it mean, pleasure? The pleasure is a source of life. There is something stronger even than pleasure. What is the positive goal of sexual attraction? More than pleasure is that I want to be united, unity. I want to be one with something. It's like sexual, let's say, desires or lust are a call to unity, a call to be one with reality, a call to be one with something that is outside of me. It manifests itself in a way that it's a strong light without vessels. Because if you want to work on your relationship and you want to bring this desire, this lust, this craving to something that it has vessels, you will spread yourself all over and you won't find every unity. You just will make yourself miserable and reality miserable. Let's take another example, sadness or depression. There is a separation between depression and sadness, which is not, it's according to Jewish psychology, the separation is of a volume. How much, the more you are sad, you will put yourself in the depression, even though that when a person is in depression, he feels that you don't understand him. It's so hard, I cannot get out of it. But it's a call of your soul. I want more from reality. I want it to illuminate more. I want to bring more influence to the world. I want to be influencer, but I feel that people do not listen to me. But I want to bring my light to the world. That's why I'm in depression or in a sad mood, because I feel that I wanted to do more and things do not go as I wanted them to go. But the call is a call to bring more light, more influence to the world. So if the call of sexual attraction was the positive will beyond the attraction was to find unity and pleasure in life, to live life more. The call beyond sadness is to bring more, to influence more. And let's talk about envy. When I'm envy of something or someone, I want his life. It's a very hard emotion because it takes you out of your life, and you do not really appreciate your life, your children, your work, what you are doing. But it's a call. You want to reach more, to be in a better place, to do more. If you disconnect it from the mundane things that I'm envying his life, I want his places, it's like I want more out of my life. And let's take another example, strictness or rigorness. What does it mean? Why? What's the positive goal out of beyond being rigor? The positive goal is that you want everything to be in a good place, to be in a better place. You want to be perfect, not like it is now. You want things to be in a higher position. And when you think like that, you want more from reality. You want reality to be more perfect. But you manifest itself in the wrong way, because you are shouting and screaming and judging everyone around you, and it's very hard to live near a person like you. And sometimes I'm in a mode of we said a bit of sadness, of bitterness. What the bitterness calls me? Look at yourself where you are. There is a gap between when you want to put yourself and when you are, and listen to this gap. I want to minimize this gap between my vision, my what I want from life, and the way I want to live life, and the place I'm in, what I'm really doing, losing my time, spending my time scrolling on TikTok, doesn't matter where. So, what is the problem? The soul is screaming; it wants more, but the problem. It brings you a huge light, as we said. Emotions are a light that comes from the soul, and it's to animate the body. It brings you a huge light into your life, but without vessels. You cannot use this light because it will destroy you. So you cannot manage yourself like that. It does not contribute to your life. So what you really need to do, and before that, maybe let me say something. The Alter Rebbe, Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi, is saying in the Tanya, don't be a fool to find the positive goal of your negative emotions when you are falling, when you are struggling, because then you won't be able, your mind is weak, it's not strong enough to show you what is the right way that the soul wants you. First, you have to minimize a little bit the amount of light, this illumination in you, because otherwise you won't be able, it will control you. You won't really be able to understand what's the positive goal of the emotions. Because it's very hard when you are being controlled by stress or anxiety. It's very hard to talk with you about the positive goal of anxiety. What is the positive goal of anxiety? The positive goal of anxiety It says that before Mount Sinai, the people of Israel were standing with anxiety. ויחרדו כולם. They wanted, there is something of awe, of reverence, of appreciating something else that is really now going on. When I'm giving awe, it's like when I'm afraid of something, I give it to it respect. I want to understand it. When I do not give respect to something, I am not afraid of this thing. If you have more awe, you have more anxiety out of something, but when this anxiety manifests itself in a negative way, it controls you. And now, instead of giving awe and understanding, when I'm afraid, even of the Hamas, before 7/11, I wanted to say it, the 7th of October, even of the Hamas, it's like when you are afraid a little bit, you give them more respect. You really appreciate that they have the power and the ability to do harsh things. And without this real, let's say, the positive goal beyond anxiety is to give awe to reality. You want to listen a little bit. You don't know everything. To give more reverence, more appreciation. And when you bring yourself to the middle, when it is strong light, it becomes to anxiety. I'm afraid what will happen to me. I don't really want to understand the world. I'm really now afraid of what will happen to me. So the goal is now to bring vessels to the light. This is the goal. But now you can know why we're suffering. Why it is so hard? Why we have negative emotions? Why they illuminate itself in such a strong way? And now you know what are the lights for the vessels? It's another question that we are dealing in this channel, in the Hebrew channel. But now you know that when you are suffering, there is something good. There is goodness that is hiding beyond this suffering. Doesn't matter if it's addiction or depression. Now you can know that what you really need to do to build vessels to this call of the soul that ask you to change place, to take this light, to minimize it a little bit, and to build vessels in all the tools that you will be able to manifest its call in the right way, in the right direction. But now you really want what you want. You want unity. You want to. Let me close it. When you are suffering from self-destruction, you are, kicking the bucket. There is something that you want from the world. It's not you are just kicking the bucket. You want more out of the world. You want more out of your reality. You want more out of your life. You do not really appreciate what is really going on right now, and you want more. And now you should take this call in your soul. I want more, to live more, and build a plan to manifest it in the right place, that it won't destroy you, that it won't be such a huge, tremendous light that you cannot hold real in your life and you cannot bring into real life and real reality. Okay, Jewish Psychology, more than welcome to join us in this channel. So we will have more motivation to upload videos in English, and through that bring more Jewish psychology to the English listeners. And see you in the next episode. Thank you.